Hello students, welcome back to chemistry class. Today I am going to explain the remaining methods of preparation of amines, that is Gabriel-Thalamide synthesis and Hofmann-bromamide degradation reaction. Let us see how to prepare these amines by using Gabriel-Thalamide reaction. So this Gabriel synthesis is generally used for the preparation of primary amines. So this method generally used for the preparation of primary amines. So primary amines to be prepared from the Gabriel-Thalamide synthesis. So first write the thalamide, that is the aromatic group at ortho positions. It has carbonyl groups C double bond O and C double bond O, and the two carbonyl groups are attached through the nitrogen. So this molecule is to be called as thalamide. So this thalamide reacts with the alcoholic solution of potassium hydroxide. So in the alcoholic solution of potassium hydroxide, that is potassium has positive charge, hydroxyl group has negative charge, and here the lone pair of electrons present on the nitrogen, so it has negative charge, hydrogen has positive charge. So this positive part is to be replaced by the positive part in the potassium hydroxide. So it gives the molecule, that is C double bond O, and it is C double bond O, and it is N. So H is replaced by the potassium. So potassium plus nitrogen negative charge. So this obtained compound reacts with the alkyl halides. So in the alkyl halides, halogen has negative charge, alkyl group has positive charge. So again the potassium is replaced by the positive part of the alkyl halide. So it gives the product, it is C, and it is double bond O. So it is C double bond O, and the nitrogen, and it is R. So the molecule is to be called as N-alkyl. So N means the alkyl group attached to the nitrogen, and the remaining part is thalamide. So it is thalamide. So this obtained N-alkyl thalamide on reaction with the sodium hydroxide, that is in the aqueous medium. Aqueous means that is NaOH to be dissolved in the water molecules. So it gives the product, that is the bond between the nitrogen and the carbonyl group is to be broken. So it is NaO, and it is H attached to the nitrogen. Here also same hydrogen, and it is NaO. So the obtained product is C, and it is double bond O, that is ONA, and it is C double bond O, and it is ONA, plus the alkyl group is, that is R, and nitrogen. To the nitrogen, two hydrogens are to be attached, right? So it is to be represented as NH2. So this amine is to be called as primary amine. Primary amine, that is the process of conversion of thalamide into primary amines. So this reaction generally to be called as thalamide synthesis. So the thalamide synthesis is to be explained as, that is thalamide on treatment with the ethanolic potassium hydroxide forms a potassium salt of thalamide, on heating with alkyl halide, followed by the alkaline hydrolysis produces the corresponding primary amine. produces the corresponding primary amine. So if you take methyl chloride here, methyl chloride CH3Cl, so the product is CH3NH2, that is it gives methyl amine. So if you take ethyl chloride, so the obtained product, that is the primary amine, is ethyl amine. So the type of amine produced in this reaction depends upon the type of alkyl halides to be treated with the phthalimide, right? This reaction is to be called as Gabriel phthalimide synthesis. Next, let us see Hofmann bromamide degradation reaction. Very important reaction, that is Hofmann bromamide degradation reaction. That is an amide. Amide means that is R C double bond O NH2. So there is a difference between the amine and amide. So in the amine, alkyl group directly attached to the nitrogen. So here, that is in the case of amides, that is R C double bond O group attached to the nitrogen. Such compounds are generally to be called as amides, right? So when amides on treating with the bromine gas in the aqueous medium or in the ethanolic solution of sodium hydroxide, ethanolic solution of sodium hydroxide or aqueous sodium hydroxide solution, so it gives primary amines. It gives primary amines. How it gives primary amines? That is alkyl group, that is the compound is to be called as amide. So the alkyl group attached to the NH2 group, it gives RNH2 plus the sodium combines with the carbonyl group, it gives Na2CO3 sodium carbonate, and the sodium, that is 2 moles of sodium to be converted into sodium carbonate. Remaining 2 sodium combines with the halogens, it gives 2 moles of sodium bromide, plus the hydrogens and oxygens are to be, that is the hydroxyl group present in the sodium hydroxide, to be converted into H2O molecules, that is 2 moles of H2O. So finally the reaction is to be balanced, that is amides on reaction with the or treating with the bromine and aqueous or ethanolic solution of sodium hydroxide, aqueous or ethanolic solution of sodium hydroxide, it gives amines. It gives amines. For example, let us take CH3 C double bond O and it is NH2. So it is to be called as acetamide. Acetamide. So this acetamide reacts with the bromine in the presence of ethanolic solution of sodium hydroxide, that is ethanolic solution of sodium hydroxide. So it requires 4 moles. So it gives the product, that is CH3. Alkyl group is CH3 and NH2. So it is to be called as methyl amine, plus the byproducts are same, that is sodium carbonate Na2CO3, and the sodium, that is remaining 2 moles, combines with the halogens, it gives 2 moles of NaBr plus 2 moles of H2O, that is acetamide to be converted into methyl amine. So this reaction is very important for 2 marks for the final examination. And let us take aryl groups, that is C6H5 C double bond O and it is NH2. So this molecule is to be called as benzamide. Benzamide. So when benzamide reacts with the bromine, it requires 4 moles of NaOH and in the presence of ethanol. So it gives the product, that is C6H5, and it is NH2. So this molecule is to be called as aniline. And the byproducts, that is Na2CO3, sodium carbonate, and 2 moles of NaBr plus 2 moles of H2O. So when we take the alkyl groups, so it gives the alkyl amines. If we take aryl groups, so the obtained amine is aromatic amines, that is to be called as anilines. And next, let us see the in-text questions to be asked in the NCERT textbook. That is, classify the following compounds as primary, secondary and tertiary amines. So first one, that is, primary amines are the amines in which one alkyl group attached to the nitrogen. So here one alkyl or aryl groups, here the aryl group attached to the nitrogen. So this molecule is to be called as primary amine. And the second molecule, that is, it contains 2 methyl groups and 1 aryl group, right? So this molecule is to be called as tertiary amines. Tertiary amine. And the next molecule, that is only 1 alkyl group attached to the nitrogen. So the molecule is to be called as primary. So it is primary amine. And here the 2 ethyl groups attached to the nitrogen. So the molecule is to be called as secondary amine. That is, only 1 alkyl group or aryl group attached to the nitrogen, it is to be called as primary. So if the 2 alkyl or aryl groups attached to the nitrogen, that compounds are to be called as secondary amines. If the 3 alkyl or aryl groups attached to the nitrogen, such compounds are generally to be called as tertiary amines. And next question, write the structures of different isomeric amines corresponding to the molecular formula C4H11N, and write the IUPAC names of all the isomers, and then what type of isomerism is exhibited by the different pairs of amines. So in order to answer this question, first recall the definition of isomerism. That is, isomers are the 2 or more molecules having the same molecular formula but differ in their properties. Such molecules are to be called as isomers, and the phenomenon is to be called as isomerism, right? And then recall the rules of IUPAC nomenclature and then type of isomerism. First, write the possible isomerism structures of C4H11N. So the first possible structure, that is, first write the longest chain, that is CH3, CH2, 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 and it is NH2. So this molecule is to be called as, that is 1, 2, 3, 4. So it is but and AN, and first carbon contains this amine group, so it is 1 amine. And this molecule is an example for the primary amine, right? Because NH2 group attached to the, or 1 alkyl group attached to the NH2. And next molecule, that is second molecule, that is branched molecule, CH3, and then 1 group at the branch, and then it is hydrogen, so it is CH2 and it is NH2. So 1, 2, 3, 4 carbon atoms, and this molecule is to be named as, that is 2-methyl. So 2-methyl, that is second carbon contains 1 extra methyl group, and the root word is prop, and the nature of the bonds AN, and nitrogen attached to the first carbon, so it is 1-amine. So this molecule is also an example for the primary amines, right? And the next possible isomer, that is CH3, CH2, and it is CH3, and it is hydrogen, and it is NH2. So amine group attached to the second carbon, so 1, 2, 3, and it is 4. So the molecule is to be called as but, nature of the bonds AN, and nitrogen attached to the second carbon, so it is 2-amine. So this molecule is an example for the primary amines because only one alkyl group attached to the nitrogen. And the next possible isomer, that is CH3, C, and it is CH3, CH3, and it is NH2. So the molecule is to be named as, that is longest chain is parent chain. Second carbon contains one methyl group, so it is 2-methyl meth eth prop AN, and second carbon contains amine, 2-amine, right? So this molecule is also an example for the primary amine. That is, all these structures having the different properties, but all these molecules having the same molecular formula. And then let us see the next possible isomers. Next, let us see that is C2H5 N, and it is C2H5 and one hydrogen. So two alkyl groups attached to the nitrogen. This molecule is an example for the secondary amine, and here the molecule is to be named as, that is N-ethyl. Why it is N-ethyl? That is ethyl group attached to the nitrogen, N-ethyl, and the remaining alkyl group is to be considered as root word eth, An, and E is replaced by amine, N-ethyl ethanamine. Next possible isomer, that is nitrogen. To this, different alkyl groups are attached. So one is CH3 and the remaining C3 and hydrogen 7. So the molecule is to be called as, that is N-methyl, smallest alkyl group considered as substituent group, and the longest hydrocarbon part is to be called as root word. So 3 carbon atoms, it is pro, nature of the bonds AN, and nitrogen, that is 1-amine. So in the 3 carbon atoms, nitrogen attached to the first carbon, so it is 1-amine. Next isomer, that is CH3, and it is CH3, and it is CH, NH, and it is CH3. So here all the 3 carbon atoms are in the straight chain. Here there is one branch at the 3 carbon atoms. So the molecule is to be named as N-methyl, and the molecule is to be numbered as 1, 2, 3, and the root word is pro, and An or nitrogen attached to the second carbon, so it is 2-amine, N-methyl propane 2-amine. And next possible isomer, that is CH3, and it is nitrogen, and it is C2H5, and it is CH3. So 2, 3, 4. So the molecule is to be named as N, N dimethyl, N, N dimethyl, and the root word is eth, AN, and E is replaced by amine. So here this molecule is an example for the secondary amine, and it is an example for the secondary amine, but the last molecule is an example for the tertiary amine, right? That is, there are 4 primary amines and 3 secondary amines and 1 tertiary amine. In that last question, that is, what type of isomerism is exhibited by the different pairs of amines? Let us compare the first and second molecule. So here the difference is number of carbon atoms in the chain. So 1 and 2 are the examples of chain isomers. Chain isomers. So 1 and 2 are the chain isomers, and 3 and 4 is also an example for the chain isomers, right? That is, it contains 4 carbon atoms in the chain. Here there is only 3 carbon atoms in the chain, right? So 3 and 4 is also an example for the chain isomerism. And next, the second one and third one is an example for the position isomer. Position isomer, because the functional group occupy different position, right? Functional group here attached to the first carbon, here the functional group attached to the second carbon, and then second one and fourth one. Second one and fourth one. It is also an example for the position isomers. That is, position isomers 2 and 3 and 2 and 4 are the examples of the position isomers. And the first molecule and the last molecule is also an example for the position isomers. That is 1 and fourth one, because in the first molecule the amine group attached to the first carbon, here the amine group attached to the second carbon atom. So position isomers means the functional group occupy different positions. Such pairs are generally to be called as position isomers. And next, so E and F are the examples for the metamers. Metamers. So metamers are nothing but the different alkyl groups attached to the same functional group. Different alkyl groups attached to the same functional group. So to the same functional group, different alkyl groups are attached. That isomers are generally to be called as metamers. So this E and F is an example for the metamers. E and F, because here the 2 ethyl groups are attached, and here one is propyl group and methyl group attached to the same functional group, right? And G and E is also an example for the metamers. That is, in the G, so one is methyl group and then propyl group. Here the 2 ethyl groups are attached. So it is also an example for the metamers. Next, functional isomers. Functional isomers. So the molecules, that is functional isomers, are nothing but have different functional groups. That is, all the 3 categories, primary, secondary and tertiary, the amines are the functional isomers of each other. Amines are the functional isomers of each other. So these are the possible isomer structures for the C4H11N and the different types of isomerism to be exhibited by the different amines. Next question, that is write a chemical equation for the following reaction. That is reaction between the ethyl chloride with the ammonia. So ethyl chloride, so it is C2H5Cl. So this ethyl chloride reacts with the ammonia, that is CH3 CH2Cl, and then ammonia, that is 3 hydrogen atoms. So hydrogen combines with the Cl, there is an elimination of HCl. So the main product is C2H5 and it is NH2. Next, the process is to be continued until all the hydrogens are replaced by the ethyl group, that is C2H5 and it is Cl. So that is C2H5 and it is N, C2H5 and it is hydrogen. So there is an elimination of HCl. Again it reacts with the excess of alkyl halides. So it gives C2H5 and it is thrice N. So it is ethylamine, and next molecule is to be called as N-ethyl ethanamine. AN, E is replaced by amine, and it is to be called as N, N diethyl and the root word is eth. AN, E is replaced by amine. And next question, that is ammonolysis of benzyl chloride and the reaction of amine so formed with the 2 moles of methyl chloride. That is reaction takes place in the presence of 2 moles of methyl chloride. So first write the benzyl chloride, that is C6H5CH2Cl. So this molecule is to be called as benzyl chloride. So this benzyl chloride reacts with the ammonia, that is ammonolysis. So it gives the product, that is C6H5 and it is CH2 and Cl is replaced by NH2, and then the reaction takes place in the presence of 2 moles of CH3Cl, right? So formed with the 2 moles of methyl chloride. So due to the presence of 2 moles of methyl chloride, it replaces 2 hydrogen atoms from the obtained amine, that is to be called as benzyl amine. So the obtained molecule is C6H5CH2 and N. The 2 hydrogen atoms are replaced by the methyl group CH3CH3. So this molecule is to be called as N, N dimethyl, and the molecule, that is C6H5CH2, is to be written as phenyl meth. Nature of the bonds AN, E is replaced by amine. So C6H5 is phenyl, CH2 is root word, meth, and nature of the bonds AN and E is replaced by amine.